Hello, my name is Scott Davis. Welcome to New World Birth. By accessing this presentation, you're inviting me to share this information regarding our passage through this challenging and very hopeful time. And this is the care and feeding of a New World Age report for the Gregorian date of April 26, 2014, and one Chuen, or Monkey, in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. We're also going to be discussing the Taurus new moon and solar eclipse, Venus moving into Aries, followed by Mercury moving into Gemini. And so April 26th is one Chuen, or Monkey, and this carries the themes of beginnings, good fortune, innocent curiosity leading to artistic expression, mischief similar to like coyote spirit or the trickster gods of many native traditions, generosity, the jack of all trades, weaving the threads of time, craftsmanship, and wisdom keeping. And one Monkey is the 131st day of the 260-day Tzolkin calendar, which marks the beginning of the second half of the round. The calendar starts with crocodile as a primal nurturing energy for beginnings, and then the second half begins with monkey, who is the artisan who creates something new. And these are really arbitrary points, as many different Mayan groups celebrate different days as the beginning of a Tzolkin round. And then ultimately it's just that. It's round, it's like a circle, it has no real beginning or end. So one Monkey Trisena is a good 13-day period to be generous with your creativity, wisdom, curiosity, and a time to help others explore new beginnings, and in doing so, discover something new in yourself. And during the one Chuen Trisena, we begin May, a new month, and May is the 5th month. And with the digits of 2014, when we added together, we get 12, and then we add the 1 and the 2, and that tells us that this is a 12-3 month in numerology. And basic numerology reduces numbers to 1 through 9. So when we think about that arc, the 3 represents a time which brings creativity and a chance to let go of some of the intensity of the past 2 months. The 12-3 combination is represented by the Hangman and Empress tarot cards, which is about our willingness to turn ourselves upside down to see from a new perspective through nurturing others and ourselves. Alan Cohen expressed this energy of the Hangman in the world would have you agree with its dismal dream of limitation, but the light would have you soar like an eagle of your own sacred visions. The Empress could be described from this quote from The Road Less Traveled by Scott Peck. Love is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. So in May is a month to change our perspectives, to find freedom from limitation through nurturing ourselves and others and expressing our creativity, love, happiness, and optimism after coming through the fire of April. The 3 energetic is positive. It encourages us to move forward, feeling less encumbered than we felt a month ago. Perhaps something was removed from our grasp in April, and May provides opportunities to fill our open hands. I think May will bring a return to something, some much needed optimism and inspiration. We'll have to find our path. We'll find our path has probably been revised after going through April's chaos and upheaval. So before I get into the daily energies of one Chuen, or Monkey, on the 26th, all the planets are appearing to move forward from our vantage point here on Earth, with the exceptions of Mars, Saturn, and Pluto, which are appearing to be moving retrograde or in reverse motion. Mars, which turned retrograde on March 1st, will turn direct on May 19th. During the first part of the month, Mars is representing our drive and aggression. It's in Libra, and appears to move backward from our perspective here on Earth. Mars is in its detriment in Libra, because it opposes Aries, the sign of Martian rulership. It's traditionally considered to have difficulty operating in Libra, and because of this retrograde period, Mars spends 8 months in this placement, which is, giving Mars in the sign of the scales. Mars typically is about 2 months in the sign, so this 8-month period can seem really kind of uncomfortable and monotonous. And Mars agitates, and in Libra, it's about relationships and can lead to social anger. This may cause us to see an increase in passive aggression. Mars is about drive and wanting to take action, but in Libra, it's more likely to be the drive to make somebody else take action. Mars has been in Libra for several months. I've already seen people competing for love. They're willing to fight for a partner. People are extremely aggressive in their quest for romantic love. Mars is also about sexuality. So retrograde periods of Mars are contraindicated for beginning a satisfying sexual relationship. As much as Mars is unhappy in Libra, it's also very unhappy retrograde. So this is really a difficult time to access our drive and aggressive energy. Saturn turned retrograde on March 2nd. It turns direct on July 20th. Themes of Saturn in Scorpio are loss, depression, failure, fear, and the shadow, betrayal, all the stuff that really goes deep. So superficiality just doesn't really cut it with Saturn in Scorpio. Saturn retrograde, it can really be a taskmaster that demands that we take responsibility to review the scorpionic themes, such as our motives, ethics, and intentions. If we've not been clear on these subjects, we're likely to feel our burden is heavier than the load we had previously agreed to carry. And then Pluto, representing death and completion in Capricorn, which is about the breakdown of structures to bring about transformation. Pluto in Capricorn is determined in exposing the darkness and destroying the old order, so that we can rise up like the phoenix from the ashes and soar again. Capricorn is about large structures, which includes banks, governments, corporations. So this is a time of a cosmic course correction for the entire planet. It's the resistance to Pluto's lessons of letting go of the past that really bring tragedy and pain. Capricorn is about building and achievement. And as it's an earth sign, it's rooted in the material world. Think of Capricorn, the goat at the climbing the highest mountains is a symbol. Pluto rules the underworld, so we can look for events involving underworld themes like earthquakes, volcanoes, giant sinkholes, events involving tunnels and subways and infrastructure in general, but also battles for underground resources, things such as oil or fracking. Capricorn is also about the elderly, and in the U.S. we have a political battle over Social Security, which was paid for by people's payroll deductions, has nothing to do with our national debt, but because our government borrowed from Social Security, has no way to pay it back, they want to dismantle this lifeline for our seniors. So let's look at the daily vibrational energy for this Trecena. On April 26th, we have one Chuen, or monkey, which is in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. This is about unity experience through creating something new. And we have Mercury in a sextile to Neptune. So from our perspective right here on the Earth, this is a 60-degree angle, which possibly stimulates imaginations and sensitivity to the world around us, both physical and non-physical through our intuition. This is not the best day for clarity or doing precision detailed work. Instead, turning our attention towards the spiritual aspects of life will be benefited. This is also a period of dreaminess where folks spend more time fantasizing. Withdrawal from life is not bad and is often important to feeding the world within through our inspiration, as the intangible reality is as important as the material world. This may be a time where we are more aware of what's going on in the minds of others, which may be difficult in keeping our intuitions organized. Clarity and detail are not favored at this transit. I'm not going to be covering the lunar activity in these reports, other than new and full moons. That information, though, is available on the New World Birth daily Facebook pages, and also on the blogger New World Birth blog. The 27th is to ebb or road, duality experienced through serving the community. And we have the sun then in a sextile to Neptune. So from our perspective here on the Earth, again, this is a 60-degree angle, which lowers the demands of our egos, allowing us to sense other people's energy and circumstances, and makes us more willing to help out. This could be positive for fundraising or for a charitable organization. It also encourages spiritual and mystical knowledge and experiences through spending time alone in a meditative state, particularly given that the energy for physical activities is lowered. And then on the 28th, we have free Ben or corn or reed. This is about taking action through maintaining the home. On the 29th, we have 4-ish or jaguar, which is stability through enjoying nature, with the Taurus new moon and solar eclipse, which has the moon merging with the sun and Mercury, trine to Pluto, sextile Jupiter, and opposing Saturn. New moons are times of new beginnings, and in Taurus, this is about shifting and changing the material world. With the solar eclipse, we should focus on bringing practical matters into harmony with our new direction or purpose. New moons bring an opportunity to set an intention for manifestation on the following full moon. So look at the house of your astrological chart, which contains 8 degrees, 52 minutes, almost 9 degrees of Taurus, to consider what area of your life is being activated by this new moon. For me, this is in my 11th house of friends, hopes, and wishes. So I'd set an intention related to using this energy, within those types of themes. The moon trine Pluto brings out intense emotions and stimulates sensitivity. It also favors sexual relationships. But the lunation also merges with Mercury, which has our rational minds being strongly influenced by our emotions. With the lunation sextile Jupiter, the day brings good feelings and congenial social interactions, and the opposition to Saturn can also have these feelings of feeling lonely or isolated. So these two aspects tend to balance out each other. The new moon in Taurus is about security and practical concerns, money, land, real estate, and our physical bodies. So much of this energy indicates an increase in intensity and the importance regarding issues related to letting go of the old and stuck, so that we can accept new possibilities. Also on the 29th, Mercury is in a trine to Pluto, so Pluto's down here. From our perspective here on Earth, this is a 120-degree angle. This can bring concern about the deeper issues in life. This has people wanting to dig below the surface to uncover mysteries. On a personal level, this is excellent for inner work, so it might be a good day for some alone time to discover some of the deeper dimensions of your own psyche. Communications may seem really serious and profound. Thoughts may be more focused and gain insights about important developments. And then on April 30th, we've got 5 men or eagle. This is about empowerment through seeing from a higher perspective. And at this point, we've got Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. So here again, from our perspective on the Earth, this is a It represents a 60-degree angle, which brings our attention to larger issues of life. Many will find their minds wander to thoughts about the future as our hopes and wishes are more important under this influence. This is also good for thinking about the overall patterns in life. This is optimistic and brings a positive attitude. This is good for business negotiations and contract discussions and commercial transactions, as well as any dealings with the law. Travel is also benefits, so this would be a good day to start a trip. It's good energy for that. And then we get to May. May 1st begins and it's 6 Keeb or wisdom, being in the flow through introspection, meditation, and forgiveness in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. Mercury makes a sextile to Chiron, which may influence folks to express their wounding from the past and become aware of these past experiences to allow healing through talking through what has now been made conscious and being ready to release it. May 2nd, we have 7 Kaban or Earth, and this is reflection through gratitude from Mother Earth. And at this point, we have Mercury. Yeah, it's probably moved along quite a bit now, and it is in an opposition to Saturn, which means from our perspective here on Earth, this is a 180-degree angle. It brings about serious thoughts concerning our relationships with the world. We will want to consider how we meet our practical needs. This transit may have us feeling isolated as we are more inclined to look with a critical eye at our personal relationships. This is not the time to act on those thoughts because our thinking gets distorted by this transit. What we consider our troubles may seem significant, but over time may diminish as this transit moves on. And our thoughts benefit from positive thinking to overcome this pessimistic energy. This may have us thinking about separating from a loved one or saying goodbye to a relationship, but wait to act because Mercury opposed Saturn can really distort our perspective. So if you can control negative thinking, you can really use this energy to plan changes that you will want, that will have to, because you're going to have more of a critical eye for what's not working. This can bring discipline and for heavy mental work, but remember that to take some breaks so that your mood doesn't get pulled down by sort of the seriousness of the process. Older people who you respect would be good to talk to if you need to get something off your chest while we're experiencing Mercury opposed Saturn. And then on the 3rd, we have 8 Etsnob, or which is Flint in the Mayan Tzolkin calendar. This is about balance through being introspective, and we have the Sun in a trine to Pluto. So again, from our perspective here on Earth, this is a 120-degree angle, which brings very intense, powerful experiences, which may illuminate our deepest psychology and darkest normally unseen mental realms. This is great transformational energy for investigating into the parts of our lives that should be reformed. The transit illuminates our motives and is great for studying our inner workings. People are more likely to express themselves more forcefully, which can make an impact on someone. Just be careful of folks who use this energy for ruthlessness or selfish purposes. The best way to use the energy is really for your own personal growth and evolution. And then May 4th is 9 Kalak or Storm. This is patience experience through recognizing the gifts of adversity. The fifth is 10, Ahau, or sun, manifestation through honoring the wisdom and the memory of our ancestors. May the 6th is 11, Imish, or crocodile, resolution through nurturing new beginnings. And we have the sun in a sextile with Jupiter. So from here on the Earth, it's a 60-degree angle, which is very positive for almost any activity. It brings a positive frame of mind that can be applied towards success. This is kind of a lucky transit influence, and it influences, it activates activities to work out as planned in its energy. It's great energy to be with friends or work harmoniously in a group situations, as there's strong energy to be included in something bigger than oneself. It's also good to reflect on our lives and our goals, but it does caution against blindly assuming that everything's going to work out perfectly. So we might want to review our plans for the future. With Jupiter involved, it's always easier to see the big picture, but it also helps. This also helps in relationships with people in authority, as there is a desire to be at one with the sources of universal energy. And on the most mundane level, this includes the desire to get along with those in power. The 7th is 12, Eek, or wind, understanding through communication. And we have the planet of communication, Mercury, now moving into Gemini, which is also a sign of communication. This is very beneficial because Mercury rules Gemini. It's very fast energy that will speed up communications on this Eek day and for the time to come. So it brings an interest in a wider variety of topics for the rest of the month when Mercury then moves into Cancer on the 29th, where it's going to then turn retrograde next month and then return to Gemini on June 17th. While in Gemini, Mercury brings spontaneity to socialization in life. Also on the 7th, the Sun sextiles Chiron, which illuminates wounds to allow healing. And then May 8th is 13 Akbal, or night. It's movement to the next stage through contemplating the stars. So no matter what energies are affecting you during the one Monkey Tzolkin, take some time out to be in the flow of the planet by being in nature, watching a sunrise or a sunset, communing with the stars, being conscious of the moment through introspection, meditation, or just really being conscious while you're with somebody that you love. Every single day we have is a blessing, no matter what the dramas are that are beckoning to distract us. We're all here just trying to give a performance of our lifetime on the world stage. Just take some time out to observe the play as well as act your part. Remember that you're a spiritual being who's having a human experience. As always, I want to thank you for checking out New World Birth. The next segment of Care and Feeding of a New World Age will be on May 9th for one Con or Seed or Lizard. With this, we'll also cover the Scorpio full moon, Mars turning direct, the Sun moving into Gemini. You can check us out on Facebook or YouTube or the Mayan Magics website. And I encourage you to share this information as videos or texts as widely as you choose. I'm going to be discussing the Metaphysics of May 2014 and providing some short human design readings to the participants of the Earth Meets Rebels show on True Frequency Radio on Thursday, May 1st. As always, I invite you to contact me at newworldbirth@yahoo.com if you have any questions or you wish to schedule a reading. And I am providing readings and wish to make this service available to the greatest amount of folks. So I've created 3 options with 3 levels of compensation. These readings are really designed to provide you information to help you navigate these difficult times. At the basic level, we're going to look at your human design chart to help you understand how to use your individual strategy and authority in making life decisions based on your unique design. I include 3 months of astrological transits as they relate to your natal and progressed astrology chart, along with the human design reading at the middle level. So you really get 2 readings in one, and it gives you a perspective of who you are, as well as a perspective of what are the energies that are influencing your life. And often I'll go into more depth than just 3 months. So if you, and then at the top level, the human design and astrological transit readings are recorded and sent to you on an MP3 that can be downloaded to your computer. So if you've been thinking about getting a reading, please contact me. I would love to provide you a reading during these uncertain times. You're going to need to either be able to call me in Maine in the USA or connect with Skype to receive your reading. We're also accepting donations to keep these reports freely available. As always, I'm blessed that you've taken the time to connect with my passion for these ancient mysteries and their application to our journey during this incarnation. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, in Lakesh, and thank you very, very much for your time and awareness, and just for being here. I hope we can connect in the future, either through a reading or on the radio show or in a future video. But gratitude to everybody. Thank you.